I am Reverend Andree. I am a minister at the Central Unitarian Church in Paramus, New Jersey, and I use she or they pronouns.
Katie, do you want to get us started with some questions?
How did you become involved in your church?
Looking for a spiritual home, and we were living in New York City, and we found a Unitarian Universalist church, and we really liked it. Then I moved to Vermont. I was suddenly from, this city place where I had all these things around me to the middle of nowhere. And I said, oh no, what am I going to do living in the middle of nowhere? I need people around me. And so I joined my local Unitarian Universalist church and got really, really involved. And that's where I actually discovered what I refer to as my call to ministry. And basically I said, I want to be a minister. This is what I want to do as a living.
That's amazing. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a Unitarian?
Actually help create spaces where everybody can explore what's meaningful to them, what is spiritual to them, and we provide opportunities to do that, and we collectively try to find meaning in this world. So instead of being a collection of people that believe in the same thing, we're a collection of people that are in relationship with one another to find meaning in this world, in our lives.
Do you feel that gender exploration in itself is a kind of spirituality?
Definitely. I think our gender, our sexuality, who we are as LGBTQ folk, or I often just refer to us as queer folk, like who we are, like that is a deeply spiritual experience. And how lucky are we to experience that in our lives, right? I'm very proud of my gender. And, for me, being my full gender included what we often refer to as transitioning. And, my experience has been that things like that transitioning or coming out often become these technical things, right? We get these rules or these guidelines of, how we can do it. But we don't talk enough about how those experiences are spiritual experiences, right? Coming out, transitioning, choosing a name, finding your pronouns, finding who you are by how you express yourself to the outside world. Like these are deeply personal, and they're part of helping make who we are on the inside shine on the outside. And if that's not a spiritual experience, I don't know what is.
That was a beautiful answer.
Oh my gosh, I totally agree, Katie.
I have a somewhat heavier question.
Okay.
So what would you say to LGBTQ plus youth whose parents use God as a weapon towards them and their gender and sexuality?
Yeah. The God I know is all loving, and created all of us, if that's our belief, right? I work with folks who believe that. I work with other folks who don't believe that. My belief in God is a God of love. So, God is not used as a weapon against anybody. I was created as who I am. And God loves me for who I am. So that's my response to folks who try to use God as a way to box us in or deny who we are.
Just tearing up listening to you say that. Yeah.
I have another question.
Sure.
So many trans and gender nonconforming youth developed a strained and taut relationship with their own spirituality because of the restrictive religions that they grew up in. What advice would you give them in getting in touch with their spirituality?
That if you are hearing messages that you don't belong, or that you are broken, or you are wrong from a religion, that is the wrong message. That there are places where you can explore your spirituality and bring your whole self. And so I think the thing I would caution against is, yes, those spaces are probably not for you and are probably not safe spaces for you. And don't throw away all of religion and spirituality. As I said earlier, our very experiences are part of our spirituality. And I think that's something to be embraced.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Blessings to you all.